Now come to question number 2. Give definition for each of the following terms. Are there other terms that needed to be defined first? What are they? And how might you define them? Okay, my children. Understood the question, my children? Here some geometrical related terms were given. We have to define these geometrical terms. Okay, my children? Right. While when you are defining these geometrical terms, if any other terms are also needed to define these terms first. Okay, my children? They ask like that. Right. Now come to the first term, parallel lines. Second term, perpendicular lines. Third term, line segment. Fourth term, radius of a circle. And the fifth term, square. These are the given terms related to geometry. Okay, my children. Now come to the answer. See, first term, parallel lines. You have already studied in your earlier classes. Two straight lines which have no point in common are said to be parallel line to each other. Okay, my children. So, in this statement, if you observe straight lines and point, these terms were used. So, point and straight line will have to be defined first. Point and straight line as defined in Euclid's text or a point that which has no part. Euclid has already defined. Actually, these are considered as undefined terms. Point and line. A line is breadthless length and a straight line is a line which lies evenly with the points on itself. Euclid already defined these terms in the elements, in his book Elements. Okay, my children? Point and line. Understood this first term, my children? Right. Now come to the second term, that is perpendicular lines. This is also we have already learnt in earlier classes. What is meant by perpendicular lines? If the two lines are at right angles, the two lines are at right angles to each other, they are called perpendicular lines. If one among two parallel lines is turned by 90 degrees, the two lines become perpendicular to each other. Parallel lines have been defined before. Rotation through 90 degrees needs further defining. Rotation may be assumed as an institution, therefore cannot be used. Okay, my children? Right. Now come to the third geometrical term, that is line segment. See the answer, line segment. Definition of a line segment. A line with two endpoints is a line segment. We can measure the length of a line segment, but we can't measure the length of a line because it has no endpoints. Understood, my children? Line and point have been defined before itself. Okay, my children? Right. Now come to fourth geometrical term, radius of a circle. What is the definition of radius of a circle? How do you define radius of a circle? The line segment with one endpoint at the center and the other at any point on the circle. Isn't it or not, my children? Right. So, center may be defined assuming inside as point inside the circle, which is at the same distance from all the points on the circle. Okay, my children? Understood? Right. Now come to the next geometrical term, square. A quadrilateral with all sides equal and all angles right angles is a square. Do you remember? You have already learnt square, rectangle, parallelogram. Okay, my children, in your earlier classes. So, a quadrilateral is a figure with four sides. Figure, side, and angle may be assumed known. We have considered these terms already known. Okay, my children, understood this question, my children? Right.